Aneh.
Aneh.
Malaysia is known as a multiracial, multicultural country. We are also known for being multilingual. But we've noticed that not many Malaysians know much about their country. Which year did Malaysia become independent?
1956
1970.
Actually, I don't really good in sejarah.
So, what kind of country Malaysia is?
Hello, apa khabar semua? Welcome back to our second episode of Jung Mamak. Hari ini, kita akan borak pasal satu topik yang semua rakyat Malaysia mesti fikir. Patriotism. So, actually, what does it mean to truly love our country, Malaysia? Is it just about waving the flag, or is there a lot more to it? So, to help me figure this out today, I have two awesome guests, Jaslyn and Aldred. Welcome. So, can you please introduce yourself?
My name is Jaslyn. I'm 22 years old. I'm from Kuala Lumpur and I'm studying forensic science in UCSI.
I'm Eldred, currently studying computer science in cybersecurity, currently 22 years old, and from Selangor.
Okay, so from Kuala Lumpur, from Selangor, and obviously West Malaysia. Like me personally, I'm from East Malaysia, Sabah. So obviously we have from different backgrounds. So I would say it will be a very good conversation today. So actually, what do you personally feel about Malaysia and patriotism in general?
I think for patriotism in Malaysia, like generally, I have mixed feelings about it. Because some people, yeah, they're very patriotic. You can see lah, they're very patriotic. But then the others, they're so against it. They're just trying to fight with each other.
I think Malaysia, a bit rojak lah, just like you got Chinese rojak, Indian rojak, Malay rojak, mixed together. But sometimes, all become one is the best rojak lah. Get it or not?
Yeah, I would say I agree in that part because like there are certain parts that makes you feel proud of being Malaysia, especially I would say a few years back when Lee Chong Wei was still playing. At that time, everyone feels Malaysian, and that's like kind of very unique. And there are certain times that makes you, why am I born in this country?
Yeah.
I would say there are more positives than negatives. So now, after that, let's start with how our country came to be. So Malaysia has a very rich history, but also full with struggles as well, and sometimes
right.
maybe even some political changes. So when we talk about patriotism, understanding our country's like history and the politics, it's a huge part of it. So what do you guys think? And what does patriotism mean to you guys personally?
I think patriotism means eating nasi lemak lah. Supporting your Malaysian local food.
Why must eat nasi lemak?
Then you eat what?
Are you roti canai?
Same thing lah. You
Same
support
thing.
Malaysian
Same thing.
food.
Roti canai Indian ma.
See, roti canai, you got mamak.
Ah.
You got Chinese kway teow goreng.
Yeah.
You got Malay nasi lemak. You got Punjabi food also.
Yeah.
Oh yo. Better than Singapore food, not
100 times better.
100 times better.
Yeah, I agree on the food part because the every time like if I go travel overseas, the thing that I'm most looking forward to when I come back, yes, Malaysian food.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I would say it's a unique proposition that we can have a lot of like you mentioned, a lot of different foods here in like Malaysia, and that's part of our country's like diversity. And speaking of diversity, do you think that Malaysia's diversity is a strength or a challenge?
I think it's definitely a strength lah, because like we mentioned earlier, one main part of it is we get to try different foods, different cultures, and then we also get to learn different languages. Like 我可以讲华语. It's because of my Chinese friends, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
If for me can find work easier lah, it's for sure a strength. From primary school, what we learn Chinese, Malay, sometimes Tamil, or sometimes Arabic as well.
Yeah.
I can speak a bit of Arabic. Maybe Assalamualaikum, Habibi.
Okay.
Habibi, right?
Yeah.
And then Tamil, I go to Mamak. Tambi, Maggi goreng unne.
Yeah.
So, using these 3 languages is a strength for us to go out to every job sector.
Correct.
Because Malaysia is a diverse country.
Yes,
As
correct.
also, Singapore as well. Singapore is also a diverse country. Although their money is times 3 lah. So, it's a strength for us lah.
I would say comparatively to a lot of citizens from other countries, Malaysian, at least we speak, I would say 95% of Malaysians, we speak a minimum of 2 languages.
Yeah.
So Malay plus either Chinese or no, English, Malay and
maybe the
English,
mother tongue,
maybe Chinese and the mother tongue. So
Yeah.
minimum of 2 languages, which I would say is the strength lah. And do you guys think that young people like us today, comparatively to our previous generations, our parents or maybe our grandparents, are we more patriotic or maybe even a bit less comparatively?
I think we are a bit less lah. Because like if you see the current issues, especially on social media currently from our Gen Z generation, everyone is kutuking each other. They find small things to go against each other, you know. It's not to say that there is no patriotism, there is, but I think slightly lesser compared to our parents' time, you know, they value it more compared to now lah.
Just now the question, I think you better ask my grandmother. No lah, but I think from what I understand during what my grandfather told me, patriotism during that time was quite bad because there was 1969 riots and then a lot of stuff happening. But there's still some things we can improve for improving patriotism among Gen Zs. Maybe having PLKN or maybe attending the Merdeka parade.
Okay, so about that, do you think that as Malaysians, beyond voting in like every single general election every 5 years, do you think we can contribute more towards our country?
Yeah, I think firstly is like we said, diversity, right? Very important. So the first thing we can do to contribute is I think try to maintain that harmony among all the races. So I think example we can puasa together, you know, like
How we go pause right now? We order already, you know.
I mean normally lah.
Normally,
Okay, alright. So now that we have all shared our thoughts, we can go and see what other Gen Zs have to say about Malaysia. So now we'll go to a short VT.
What is your impression of Malaysia?
Wow. I think Malaysia is very unique is because so many religions and so many different of races.
I think it's a nice place to stay in to work.
马来西亚其实是一个多元族的一个国家，所以我希望他们的种族可以和谐一点、团结一点哦。
我觉得马来西亚的 WiFi 很烂。
食物很好吃，比新加坡的好吃。然后槟城的食物是最好吃的。
The most representative dish in Malaysia.
For me, nasi lemak.
Nasi lemak.
Nasi lemak.
Nasi lemak.
Nasi lemak.
What do you think is the most common words that people would say?
马来西亚 Malaysia boleh.
这个俗话了，怎么办？哇老诶。
Walao eh.
Beside the 3 major ethnic groups in Malaysia, what are the other ethnic groups in Malaysia?
这我还真不知道。
卡达山一般呀，我觉得 something 就这样子的嘞，我知道的。
Iban, Kadasan, Dusun, like Bajau, Idayu, and then my own religion is Dusun, Sino Kadasan, something like that.
What makes you most proud of being a Malaysian?
食物
有李琼为这个代表了，大多李琼。
Being able to speak many languages is kind of flex where you go like bang, nasi goreng satu atau something like that.
This world, right, there's really less country that will born to speak 3 languages in one time. It's like you can speak Mandarin and then English and Malay at the same time, and also other something like Cantonese, Hakka, also like that lah. So in Malaysia, actually, you can learn so many languages.
So, alright, we're back. So, based on the VT playback that we have seen just now, obviously we've seen some comments. Okay, yeah, alright. So, speaking about that, I think we all agree, nasi lemak.
Yes, number one.
Okay,
number one.
that's the best thing that we associate on Malaysia. And you have any thoughts on the video?
Well, why we're not ordering nasi lemak?
Mamak lah.
Yeah, not so good. And by the way, Wi-Fi very bad meh?
I think it depends on the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, lor.
Depends on the
Yeah,
place.
lor. Depends on the place lah, I think. And Why we not ordering teh tarik ah? Malaysia order teh tarik kan?
True.
Ya lor. Why ah? Never mind.
Okay, so based on that, now, actually, do you think that Malaysians now are more interested? Do you think that young Malaysians like us, like our peers, are we more interested in like the history or politics, or do we need to get them a bit more engaged?
I think we need to get them a bit more engaged lah, because from what I see, like I have younger siblings also. The only thing they say is I hate sejarah. I hate sejarah. But
true lah.
you know, knowing the history of your country is important. Then only you can value it. So I think they need to be more engaged lah.
Well, understanding history and also the politics in Malaysia is very important for our generation and peers lah. But I think we always get sidetracked by the smaller issues lah. Maybe like the racism issues. We don't see the bigger issues lah. Maybe during high school times, I think all of you all encounter this sejarah, right?
Yeah.
So I think maybe during sejarah class we can be better, be more happier, something like that lah. I don't know lah. But for me, I sejarah A+. I don't scared.
Okay. I got an A for my sejarah as well. So, yeah.
I
Easy lah.
also.
Yeah.
Me also.
Easy sejarah kan.
So, okay, about that, how, and speaking about like history and like politics, right? Like I think you mentioned just now, a lot of young people now, they are not really aware, especially about the political situations. So, do you think there's a way that we can encourage a bit more like of political awareness? Because sometimes we hear, especially within young people, like our peers, even during the general election, they don't want to go and vote. Yeah, they don't see that as a priority. So do you think there's a way to make them a bit more aware?
Yeah, I think since we are in this current generation, I think social media is an important role because everyone's on social media. And then on top of that, you know, there are so many people that are fans of certain celebrities, influencers, and also maybe those celebrities, influencers can actually help to raise political awareness, encourage people to go out, vote.
I don't know you guys got follow this guy on TikTok. You know Sai Sadik ah?
Yes, of course.
He go like dance on TikTok lah, but jogging with Bella as well lah. You see? I think social media is a very good tool to expose to the younger generation about politics. So I think social media is a very good tool.
Okay. And okay, I think I go back a bit. Speaking about sejarah, right? And we obviously off taken the subject. Do you think the way sejarah is taught in like high school influence how much actually people care about it?
Yeah, I think the way it is structured, it's very boring lah. You can enter La La Land, Dreamland and come back also your sejarah still not yet finished. So I think they should try a more creative way, you know, something that is more engaging for the students so they don't hate sejarah, they don't find it boring.
Well, during my high school years, we could learn one subject during Form 4. It's called like Wahyu Allah. You guys remember? Like the mandate from heaven, you know. So every time the teacher teaches, I tell my friends, Wahyu Allah came already.
Okay.
Meaning what, you know, we all go to sleep and wait for God to tell us to do what.
Okay. Yeah, I think especially like sejarah was taught. I remember back then. It's been a while. It's very rigid, and for me personally, I would feel a bit more engaged, especially like in history storytelling. If it's like storytelling, so I would say maybe that's a way to make it a story instead of just facts.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So do you think like the entertainment, like films, music, or like you mentioned social media, can make especially history and politics a bit more engaging for youngsters?
Yeah, I think definitely. Even like, okay, for example, apart from social media, right? You see, we have music that plays a big role. For example, like all those Merdeka songs, like I think we remember in school. Tayana juga petani, you know, all that. And we also have films, like for example, the one about Lieutenant Adnan. You know, so I think that teaches a lot also in a less boring way. They get more knowledge.
Yeah, highly agreed. I don't know if you guys saw the film called Pejuang. It's about the Malaysian Royal Air Force pilot. That movie is very good, and I highly recommend it to all the Gen Zs to watch it and learn about our country's history during certain skirmishes during the 2000s lah. Yeah.
For me personally, because last time when I was in high school, when I was in primary school, my grandma, she was part of the World War II generation.
Wow.
So for me personally, I obviously heard stories from her, and personally, I really like hearing those stories. So I ask questions. So she'll tell me about the situation that time when they were fighting the war for independence, for stuff. So it kind of makes me like a lot more interested in the subject, especially sejarah. Like during class when the teacher would say, "Oh, okay." So this one that where they were actually talking about. So I would say maybe we can have older generation to come give like seminars, like talks to share their thoughts to students to give them a bit more insights. So like before we come back, we'll go for a short commercial break. So we'll see you again later.
Today, I'm laughing the clouds away. I hear what the flowers say and drink every drop of rain. And I see places that I have been in ways that I've never seen. My side of the grass is green. Oh, I can't believe that it's so simple.
Aneh.
Wait.
Go!
Mantap jiwa.
Okay, so now let's talk about something a bit more fun. Entertainment, of course. Movies, music, sports. So these things shape how we see Malaysia, obviously. But actually, how much of Malaysian culture do we actually consume in our day-to-day life? So, like sports just now, right? Can you share who is your favorite like Malaysian athlete or maybe singer and why?
I think my favorite Malaysian athlete is quite obvious lah. Dato' Lee Chong Wei.
For me as well, quite obvious what I'm wearing lah.
Actually, for me, my favorite Malaysian athlete is our cyclist,
Pocket Man.
Yeah, the Pocket Rocket Man, Azizul. So, and actually, he's my favorite athlete because he's a small man in a field full of giants.
Lee Chong Wei not small.
He's okay because badminton. If you look at other cyclists from other
Yeah.
countries, they are huge, and Azizul is a very small man, and he beat them all. So, in some ways, I relate to that. Yeah. So, okay. So, any like Malaysian movies, like music, or maybe even sports moment that make you feel proud to be Malaysian?
Oh my god.
Any particular moment? Yeah.
You guys remember 2020 Olympics?
Yeah.
The winning moment, our men doubles, Aaron Chia so weak, gotten the bronze medal. That's one moment. The second moment is 2024. Men singles, men doubles. You know that point when Aaron Chia and So Wei were losing and they catch up, I think 6 points to catch up in the second round? That was, oh my god, patriotism at its best.
Yeah. I think there is also one movie regarding the Malaysian Air Force.
Okay.
Oh, you're
Yeah. So I think that is also a very good movie. And they also have a lot of movie, like, you know, apart from sports and athletes in Malaysia, we also have other background, for example, like government bodies. You know, they play a very big role. So you can see that we have a lot of movies about PDRM and all that. Yeah, and I myself have done internship in PDRM because I'm in forensic. And they are actually very patriotic, you know, they do a lot for their country. So I think they should be recognized also lah.
Okay. And do you think Malaysians we support our local artists and our athletes enough?
Athletes wise, for sure enough. Artist wise, you guys know who's Lim Wee?
Yeah.
He's a very good Malaysian artist, but without the support of Malaysian government, he went to Taiwan and other countries to expand, which I think is a shame now. His songs are actually very, very good. Also relates to Malaysia a lot.
Yeah, I think I totally agree with him. I think athletes-wise, we are doing enough. But I think there needs to be a bit more focus on the music industry and the other artists also. Like he said, Nimbi, and then another person I've seen is Yuna. She also, you know, she had to move to the US and she actually made her breakthrough there. So I think we need to focus more on the music industry also.
Yeah, I would say music industry as well because I don't think a lot of Malaysians can name, I would say 5 Malaysian singers. Not a lot. Like I listen to, even I'm a very big music fan. I'm a musician myself. I don't listen to Malaysian artists that much. So I would say athletes, obviously, I would say athletes, our support towards them is when they're winning. Because a lot of time, if we look back, like current times, like Li Zijia, for example, when he's winning, everyone supports him. But when he's losing, then it's a different story. So I would say that us as Malaysians, we need to support our fellow Malaysians on the international stage, whether they win or they lose.
True.
So I think that's a big part as well lah. So do you think how can our entertainment and our sports sector can help to strengthen our national identity?
Well, national identity wise, our first thing we can see, badminton. We are recognized on the international stage. Our coaches, for example, all got recruited by Hong Kong, you know. Wong Chun Han, a lot of people went to Hong Kong and developed there. So on the international stage, sports-wise, we are very recognized. So I think we need to focus more on entertainment, artists, musicians, and directors as well.
Yeah, and also another part of national identity, like what we were talking about, the artists and all. You know, like even though Yuna, like we were saying, even though she went to the US to get her breakthrough, but still it represents Malaysia. So it's not only sports lah.
And I would say for sports, like in Malaysia, only I would say certain sports they get support from
from government.
the government and from the people. Like obviously, you play badminton, and obviously badminton is a very big thing in Malaysia,
Yes, correct.
and it gets support. And I would say for me, like my sport, because my sport is a combat sport, like Muay Thai. And Muay Thai is not supported in Malaysia. You don't have a lot of competitions. Like even Malaysians, the first thing they say, you tell people you do like combat sports, right? People hit you, no pain, meh? It's like you don't get support even from our parents as well. So I would say that we can learn about other sports from other people, like that is not that mainstream, because obviously football, badminton is the big thing here in Malaysia. So obviously in Malaysia as well, we have a lot of our university athletes. So we can go and check how involved are our peers in Malaysian entertainment. We have a short VT playback now.
Hi everyone, my name is Keshava. I'm doing my degree in computer science with data science, and this is my year 2 in UCSI University. I'm actually a basketball athlete, so I'm representing UCSI for basketball competitions. So my biggest achievement will be winning the Sukip tournament that we won last year representing UCSI University, followed by the Taiwan International Cup that we played representing Malaysia, which was like 2 years ago, and also the Mamak Cup that I represented Penang for my own state. So these are my biggest achievements that I would say. So my main motivation to become a basketball athlete is my interest and also my passion. So I've been playing since my secondary school, and then it's like helping me with my studies and also with my mental release, stress and everything. So I believe this is what that motivates me to continue to play basketball and also achieve more on my career. So my inspiration is actually my dad, because he was an athlete in field and tracks. Even though he had major injuries and everything, but yet he still continued until his past 30s. So I believe that's my main inspiration, and that's what drives me to continue with my basketball career.
So wow, that was a very inspiring sharing from our very own university athlete. So a lot of times, like we mentioned just now, entertainment is what brings us together as Malaysians. So do you think that entertainment-wise, I think we go back again, it plays a very big role in shaping our Malaysian identity. Yeah. So do you have any comments about the video just now?
He's my friend, by the way.
Okay.
So shout out to Keshava. So he's a very, very good athlete lah. So I really respect him. He can juggle both sports and studies at the same time. It's a very, very big achievement for him. And he won a lot of tournaments. But there's blood, sweat, and tears as well lah. Training every day, come back home with blisters, tired, and then the next day got class. So we highly respect him, man.
So what are your personal interests in sports, maybe like film or maybe even music?
So obviously my favorite sport is badminton.
Okay.
Well, I play badminton since I was high school, 13 years old. During that time, I think Lee Chong Wei was already not playing already. 2016 was his last Olympic, right?
Yes, I think he retired in 2018, I think.
2018. So that moment got me inspired to play badminton until like I got an injury that cannot be recovered, but it's fine by the way. But yeah, I think badminton makes me connected to Malaysia more because it's the Malaysian identity. Everyone plays badminton here. Just you go walk around outside UCSI, you can see badminton courts everywhere.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, and I agree with him about badminton because I've been playing badminton as well, but I started way younger. I started when I was 7, and then I went on to play for, the state team and all that. And I've even met Dato Lee Chong Wei before.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
so he is someone who always says that, no matter what happens, you have to do the best for your country. So I think since we're talking about him, like we have seen so many of his matches where, he's had ligament tears, ankle injuries, but he never gave up. He played till he couldn't. So I think I really agree with him where badminton really connects us together to Malaysia.
I would say, like speaking about sports, badminton. Yeah, I was at the Lee Jong Wei generation as well. Yeah, when I got play a bit lah. I wasn't as serious as the both of you, but just play like entertainment wise with my friends. I would say football is another thing that kind of brings us, brings Malaysians together. And you know, Malaysians, we love football, and I would say, yeah, we have our own state team wise, but when Malaysia goes out to a competition, especially against our fellow like Southeast Asian countries, we are very supportive.
We're very supportive
of our like sportsmen. And bringing back to like sports, right? Other than sports, do you think we should be consuming like a lot more like local content? For example, like our locally made films, or maybe even our Malaysian singers, like entertainers.
Yeah, I think like I said, if you see our local films currently, they are actually very, very top notch. I would say they are international level good, like they are Netflix worthy. So I think like we should give them a chance and support our own local content because they are good enough.
As for local content, you guys know that Upe Ipe is going to come up with a game.
Yeah.
So I think we need to 100% support the game. That's our childhood, man. I think like 2010s people, maybe they don't know what's Upe Ipe, but for us, Upe Ipe is the life, man. Looking at my dulu RM1 I forgot already the chicken wing.
And I would say a local contents, I would feel that for me personally, I'm currently looking into a lot more of like Malaysian singers. I'm trying to like figure it out, like Malaysian bands, Malaysian singers. So we'll try to support their work. Actually, I met a local singer-songwriter last year, November. He's a Chinese guy, very Chinese. But for some reason, all the songs that he writes are in Malay.
Oh.
Yeah. So I find that very amusing, and somehow it makes me like, wow, even the other Malay singer-songwriters that are there, like we are all surprised. Everyone's surprised. It's like because usually you write in your own like mother tongue. And you need to be like a certain level comfortable with that language to be able to write in that language, especially in a song, which I find very amusing, and I personally loved it. And I would say that Malaysians in general, we support our local teams. We watch our movies, but even like a lot of people are still very skeptical about locally made films. It's like, hey, we go watch this movie, Malaysian movie. I don't wanna. It's like we need to. Do you think that there's a way to actually encourage a lot more people to go and watch our locally produced entertainment products?
Maybe to encourage them, maybe using social media TikTok as well. Malaysians love TikTok, honestly. I also play TikTok.
I think I agree with TikTok, and then there's also Instagram. You know, Malaysians are always on Instagram, so making reels and all that could also help
I would say those of us that are aware, we can actually just ask our friend, instead of going to watch like Captain America, you can go and watch maybe a local film if it's available in theatre. So actually now we're going to take another short break, so don't go anywhere, and we'll be right back.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Today I'm laughing the clouds away. I hear what the flowers say and drink every drop of rain. And I see places that I have been in ways that I've never seen. My side of the grass is green. Oh, I can't believe that it's so simple.
Benar.
Aneh.
Alright, so welcome back everyone. I think we had a very good discussion just now. So we had obviously shared about our thoughts on patriotism and obviously how our like entertainment industry, our sports person, sports competition can help shape our identity as like Malaysians. So we had some very insightful sharing and obviously some funny moments as well. So now we're gonna play a little game.
What game all?
So this game is to test how much do you really know about our beautiful country, Malaysia. So we're playing a how well do you know Malaysia game.
Okay.
So each of you
Nah, saya sejarah A+ Pokok liao
yeah.
Paling sekolah oh.
see how much you remember your sejarah after how many years.
4 years?
Okay, so each of you, you'll pick a question from this box. After you pick it, just give it to me. I'll ask the question and just give an answer and
Okay.
see if you remember or not.
You want ladies first or men first now?
Ladies first.
Ladies
scramble
first.
it.
So confident are you?
All right, ladies first. Right. So the first question is. This one very easy lah. What is the name of our Malaysian national anthem?
Negaraku.
Okay, if you don't know this, right, we need to ask them to re-invoke your citizenship.
Ya lah. One more question. Based from where in Negaraku?
I only answer one question for one question.
Aiya. Okay.
Okay, this one. What year did Malaysia gain our independence?
Oh my god.
This is a trick question, by the way.
Paraphrase it though.
No, the question is,
Like that.
what year did Malaysia gain independence? I would say the one in the textbook.
1957.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, because technically it's not. Technically it's not. Yeah, especially this issue is very sensitive for East Malaysians.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very sensitive.
Okay. Okay. What is Malaysia's largest ethnic group?
This one you
Malay.
don't.
Yeah. Okay. I think this is very easy lah.
This one damn easy
Yeah.
lah. How about this? If I get 2 in a row, then damn lucky.
Oh.
What's this?
What is the name of Malaysia's parliament building?
GG. Oh my god.
It's not Zoo Negara, by the way.
I just want to say something. Bangunan Parliament.
Correct. It's Bangunan Parliament Malaysia.
Lucky guess.
Lucky guess. What does Malaysia boleh mean?
What does Malaysia boleh mean?
Yeah.
If you do anything wrong, Malaysia boleh. You do anything good, Malaysia boleh.
Malaysia boleh.
We losing, Malaysia
Malaysia
boleh.
boleh.
I think I'll accept that answer. Yeah.
Lee Chong Wei, Lingdan 2020, and Malaysia boleh.
Malaysia boleh.
How about this?
Okay. Oh.
What's this?
Okay.
Why getting the hard ones,
Which Malaysian UNESCO World Heritage Site is famous for its colonial history? There are 2 answers. Just think of the 2 most famous towns in Malaysia.
Georgetown.
Yeah, that's one. Do you have the answer for the second one?
Can you help me? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna hantam this lah. Melaka.
Correct.
Wait.
Actually, this is something I know. Malacca and Georgetown is actually one UNESCO World Heritage Site. They put it under one site.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and it's obviously I think we all been to Penang and Malacca.
Yeah.
And you can all see the colonial history there.
Yeah.
And obviously you can see like I think I remember vividly in Penang. You can
Yeah.
still see some buildings
You
with
can, you can still smell the
bullet-
British air over there.
the bullet holes there. I would say it smells more 炒粿条 than
炒粿条.
yeah.
Then Malacca is what?
I know. I
Malacca.
haven't. The last time I've been to Malacca was like 13 years ago.
Wow. The last time I've been to Malacca also I think 8 years old.
Okay. Oh. What year was Kuala Lumpur officially declared as a federal territory?
Oh my god. Walao eh.
Have a guess.
Wait. 1974.
No way. No, too early, right?
Correct.
Correct.
How did you know that?
Ow.
Sejarah E+.
Apalah kau ni. How about this?
What does the blue color in our Malaysian flag represents?
Merah membawa semangat wajah. Biru bersih. I only know Malay, I don't know English eh.
You can answer the Malay one.
Budi and pekerti ah.
No, wait.
No.
Merah membara
Semangat
semangat
wajah.
wajah.
Putih
Putih
membersih
membersih budi pekerti.
Berdaulat
Payung negara. Biru perpaduan. Perpaduan.
Correct. Unity of the people.
Oh my god.
Maybe we go. Yeah. One more.
Yeah, very scared eh.
Hiya, no need to be scared lah.
Say A plus or some more.
Very easy. What is the official language of Malaysia?
Why she's getting the easy ones?
Bahasa Malaysia.
Okay, correct. We go one last question.
Yeah, don't give me hard one ah.
I think it's your luck lah.
Yeah.
No.
Which island is shared by Malaysia, Indonesia, and Brunei? I know the answer.
Indonesia, Malaysia, and
And
Brunei.
Yes. What
Labuan.
island? No, the name of the island.
Pulau something.
It's called the island of Borneo.
Bapak gila kau ni.
Because I'm from there, so yeah.
I thought what small island.
Yeah, okay. So, actually, you guys did very well, even though most of the hard questions,
Yeah,
he got a lot of the hard questions. But now, let's see if our fellow peers can answer as smoothly as you guys did, and can they get as many correct answers as you guys did. And now we'll be going to our live crossover.
Hi everyone, my name is Lihan and right now we are live here in UCSI Block G and now I'm going to ask students questions about trivia questions. Okay, let's go. Sorry. Hi. What year did Malaysia become independent?
Okay.
What year did Malaysia become independent?
Become independent.
Malaysia 什么年变独立？
变独立。
啊。
我中国来的。
Okay, 没关系。Let's go. Hi. I want to ask you, what year did Malaysia become independent? Okay. Hello. I want to ask you, what year did Malaysia become independent? What year did Malaysia become independent?
August 31st.
No, year. What year?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, what year is that? Wait, let me Google.
Okay, never mind. You go search first. Hi. Do you know what year did Malaysia become independent?
1957.
Okay. Who was the first prime minister in Malaysia?
Razak something.
Sorry. Okay. Hi. Hi. What year did Malaysia become independent?
Yeah.
What year did Malaysia become independent?
Independent?
Yeah.
1967. 1964.
Okay, wrong. Sorry. Do you know what year did Malaysia become independent?
1964, I think.
What year did Malaysia become independent? Okay. Thank you. Okay, so that's for our trivia questions. And then let's move back to the studio. Let's go.
Alright, see? Even some of our fellow Malaysians tak tahu these kind of facts. But at the end of the day, living Malaysia isn't just about like knowing facts, right? But it's about caring about the country and its people. So, what do you think about the game just now?
Can play some more.
Can later. But one before we play some more, right? Do you have any thoughts about the video just now?
If I was police, I keluarkan IC.
Agree? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's quite sad lah. A lot of
Yeah.
people, they don't know the basics of when Malaysia gained
Yeah.
independence also.
I would say the facts, like I said just now, isn't important, but there are certain facts that you must
You
know.
must know.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for example, what year did our country form? I think that
Yeah.
is something that we must know. Who is our first prime minister? We
Correct.
learned that. Yeah,
Yeah.
since I think since like Tadika we should know.
Yeah.
I think those are the type of things that us as Malaysians. It needs to be deeply rooted in our
Yeah, sure.
hearts, lah, and
Yeah.
in our minds. So. You guys said you guys want to play just more, right? We actually have a lot more questions just now, but I actually accidentally threw back the questions we already asked just now. So yeah, if you got the same question, like I'll just ask you to take again. Right?
Give her the harder questions. Please.
Oh, this one already asked.
Yeah. Not that way lah, God. Give her the questions that I haven't answered lah.
Okay, what is the name of Malaysia's first national car brand?
Proton.
Okay, great.
What? Okay, let me try this.
Oh, this one also already asked.
Yeah. How about this? Small and concealed.
Oh, it's a very hard question.
Again.
Again. Who designed the Malaysian flag?
I know he's a singer, but I don't know what's the name again. Can I pass this one?
The answer is Muhammad Hamzah. Actually, I didn't know also.
I know the guy is a singer or something.
Yeah. What is Malaysia's most popular traditional martial art?
Walao eh, God, what you
Silat.
doing?
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
It is.
Okay.
I think that's the only kind of
That's the-
traditional
Martial
martial
art,
art that
yeah.
is like you
Other-
associate with Malaysia. Yeah, because like for example, others like karate
Yeah.
is Korean, right?
Karate is
Japanese,
Japanese.
yeah.
Then wushu is China.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know Indian got any martial arts or not lah.
I don't know.
Don't have
I
lah.
don't know lah. Let me try this one.
Okay, let's go for one final question.
Okay.
You choose 2 1.
Easy.
Okay.
Who was Malaysia's first prime minister?
Tunku Abdul Rahman Putra Al Haj.
Okay, correct. You gave the full name some more. So, obviously, like we had seen, like more trivial questions of how some people, like some Malaysians, they don't even know the simple history of
Yeah.
Malaysia, which I would say, slightly disappointing
Yeah.
for me
Yeah.
personally. And obviously, we have answered some more questions as well, which I would say that helped us with. Yeah, now I know Muhammad Hamzah.
Yeah, me too. Me
Yeah,
too.
now I know. Now
Yeah,
I know.
I remember.
I
this
didn't. I didn't know as well, and obviously like Proton Prodor, we all know about that,
Yeah.
right? And like Tunku Abdul Rahman, and the full name some more. Yeah. So now, actually, before we conclude our entire episode, we're going to have another short commercial break. Don't go anywhere, and we'll be right back after a while.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Today I'm laughing the clouds away. I hear what the flowers say and drink every drop of rain. And I see places that I have been in ways that I've never seen. My side of the grass is green. Oh, I can't believe that it's so simple.
Alright, so welcome back everyone. We are now at our final segment. So before we end our fantastic talk today, there's one final question. So after this whole discussion, what does patriotism mean to you now?
Itulah sangat terang sekarang apakah ialah perpaduan untuk saya. Because right now we are already aware that patriotism can come from everywhere.
Correct.
From sports, entertainment, even food as well, even our languages as well.
Yeah.
So I think that for us as Malaysians and also younger generation Gen Z, there's no excuse to push away patriotism. We must embrace patriotism and bring back the Malayan tiger. Harimau Malaya, tahu tak?
Tahu.
Tahu lah.
I think I agree with him also. We have various sources, we have various ways to encourage patriotism, to show patriotism. So I think we should engage in that, you know, like try not to run away from it, try not to kutuk-kutuk each other, try to stay together.
Okay, kutuk-kutuk.
Yeah, I would say patriotism can come in, like Aldred mentioned just now, a lot of different types, different ways. Like a lot of people, especially the older generation, they associate loving your country to the military. So, or if you love your country, go serve in the military, go fight for your country. But I would say that sometimes we're not in the military, but we fight for Malaysia in other ways to make Malaysia more like seen in the world. Like for example, every time I go on a Malaysia Airlines flight, especially overseas, you get that certain like subtle proud feeling because the word Malaysia is written like big on the plane, and everyone can see it. So it's in different ways. So do you have like one final message towards our audience about loving Malaysia?
To add to your point, when you're not serving in the military, or you can just be like so-called keyboard warrior, especially when doing like simple skirmishes. Singapore Bakute versus Malaysia Bakute.
Of course Malaysia Bakute
Malaysia
better
better,
lah.
right?
Singapore Bakute not Bakute.
Yeah lah, pepper soup.
I'm sorry, Singaporeans.
Sorry not
I'm
offense.
sorry, but not sorry.
Also like Uncle Roger also said Malaysian fried rice better mah. Yeah. Why he don't open a shop in US, open in Malaysia? Because he loves Malaysia. Want to bring Malaysia's identity into the global stage.
I think one message I have about loving Malaysia is we should work together. You know, like they say, bagai awu dengan tebing, and stick together, bagai isi dengan kuku. So let's try to, like I always say lah, don't kutuk-kutuk. Stay together.
I would say unity is a very big part of like Malaysia. Like we need to especially like in Malaysians, I know like a lot of us we tend to identify as our race first before our nationality. Like I'm Chinese, I'm Malay, I'm Indian, I'm Punjabi, etc. But I would say that unity, it's about being one as Malaysians. Like not necessarily because at the end of the day we're all born in this country. Like if you go out to if you go to France, for example, they don't tell you I'm Caucasian. They
Yeah.
will say I'm French.
Yeah.
Français.
Yeah. I'm French. And if you go to
French.
Germany, they'll say I'm German. They won't say I'm Aryan or something. So I would say that's a part where maybe it's kind of root into our minds by our older generation, but we are the generation that can change that, and especially and as we are young people about to go out to the
real world.
to the real world. So any more thoughts on today's sharing?
Hopefully all of you guys get something good. Remember, don't go to Singapore to eat Malaysian food. Come to Malaysia.
Come to
to Malaysia.
I would say because I have relatives that migrated outside as well. The thing they miss the most about Malaysia is the food.
Food.
Is the food. They come back, the first thing they want to do, hey, bring me this restaurant, bring me that restaurant, bring me to this place to. Because I have a cousin, she grew up in Canada.
Ooh.
Legit grew up from little. The only words that she can say, 1, 2, 3 in Malay. Roti canai 1,
Apa gila ni?
Milo ice
Woi.
1. And I would say, especially we need to be proud of our identity as Malaysians. So at the end of the day, being patriotic isn't just about waving flags. It's about taking action, making changes, and truly caring for our lovely country, Malaysia. So thank you, Jaslyn and Aldred, for your fantastic sharing. And thank you all for your watching. I'm Nicholas, and see you next time on Jum Mama.